Hello, my name is Megan Seeger, and I'm going to go over some important information regarding emergency management and tribal issues. According to the FEMA website, an Indian tribal government is any federally recognized governing body of an Indian or Alaskan Native tribe, band, nation, pueblo, village, or community that the Secretary of Interior acknowledges to exist as an Indian tribe under the federally recognized Tribelist Act of 1994. The status of Indian nations as a form of government is important, and self-government is essential if tribal communities are to continue to protect their unique cultures and identities. Our Constitution recognizes that Indian nations are sovereign governments, and our government respects the fact that Indian nations should always hold their innate powers of self-government. As stated by the NCIA, tribal self-government confirms that Indian nations are viable as distinct groups of people. 19 of the tribal nations are larger than the state of Rhode Island. These tribal governments provide basic infrastructure, including roads, bridges, and public buildings. They also provide governmental services on tribal lands, like education, law enforcement, and judicial systems. FEMA's tribal policy was originally issued on September 25, 1998. The policy was first stated as follows by Administrator Fuego. In the spirit of community, FEMA commits itself to building a strong and lasting partnership with American Indians and Alaska Natives to assist them in preparing for the hazards they face, reducing their disaster vulnerabilities, responding quickly and effectively when disasters strike, and recovering in the aftermath. FEMA's administrators sent a letter to all of the federally recognized tribes in the United States. This letter asked them to review and respond to FEMA's existing tribal policy in 2010. They were asked to submit suggested revisions on the original policy within 30 days. An internal working group met February of 2010 to discuss more ways to reach out to the tribal community, the current policy, and some ways they could revise it. The internal working group will meet periodically to discuss feedback received as well as make sure things being implemented are working. Only a state governor could request a presidential disaster declaration, and a tribal government would have to seek the approval of a governor. This created a loss of response time for tribes. This valuable time was used seeking federal assistance. According to NCAI, this is one thing that the tribal emergency management was looking to change. On January 29th, the President signed the Sandy Recovery Improvement Act of 2013 into law. The act includes a provision that amends the Stafford Act so that federally recognized tribal governments can request a declaration of a federal emergency or major disaster directly from the President. What is NCAI? NCAI stands for the National Congress of American Indians and is an association of federally recognized American Indian tribes founded in 1944. Many tribes have lived through severe natural disasters. NCAI provided information and support to many of those communities, even when the disasters endured originated outside of the tribal boundaries. NCAI worked to promote intergovernmental cooperation between tribes and states through a tribal state relations project. Through this project, an advisory council of tribal leaders and state legislators was established. The Tribal State Collaboration Project focuses on an increase in awareness among both tribal and state government officials of the benefits of intergovernmental coordination. There are many different parts to the project, such as a website, a webinar series, and working group meetings. NCAI's participation in this project is helping to boost the organization's range of work on state and tribal cooperation.